All right. Let's get this done. Welcome to Music Review. Today, we are gonna do our episode 4. For episode 4, we are gonna review a music of a client. I think we did this 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't take a look at the date, but maybe 2 years ago, I want to say. We did this. Yes, I believe 2 years ago. This is a gospel song, and we just did it more like Afropop. Um, you know, so this is an Afropop gospel, review. All right. So all the time, what I do say is, whenever you're doing music, it is always important that you always have a reference point. Okay. So as you can see here, there's a reference, right? It's copyrighted music, so I cannot really play it, but I can just play a little bit of it so you have an idea. So the game just all right, you guys know that song, right? So we use that as reference just to kind of have an idea on how to go about with this song for her. Okay. Keep in mind, this song is not the final. The final is already released. This is the project file. So all I have is a limiter on the output so it can be loud enough for you to hear well. That's it. Okay. So this song is, kind of, mixed, fully mixed. So it will be easier for me to kind of just teach this song easily. We have about we have about 31 tracks, okay? 1 to 31 tracks, okay? With about 6 being the BVs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 being the BVs. And 1 being dedicated for the lead vocalist, okay? So about 7 tracks being for the vocals, and then 24 for the instrumentation, okay? Of course, there are 2 meter tracks, so minus that will be really about 28. So really, if you're trying to do, a solid Afro pop, you might be in the range of somewhere between 25 to 30 tracks or so, or even perhaps more if you're adding more. Okay, so this one is very simple. So here, this is how we started with this project, okay? So I'm going to dive through it so you see how I'm going to go through all the 31 tracks, except I'm going to focus on what is included. So let's say 28 tracks. I'm going to go through it all, okay? So let's start with the percussions, okay? So we started with some shakers. We have a left shaker going like this. Just hear the left shaker. Okay, it's not playing throughout, but just hear it whenever it comes. It's coming. You see that? Pa, pa, just like that, okay? It's going to come again. Okay, so that's what that left shaker is doing, okay? Now let's hear what the right shaker is doing, the right. You see that? Very simple. You guys see that? So that's what the right shaker is doing. Okay, so now together we add both shakers and it sounds like this. You guys see that? So the right shaker is really what is the main thing, okay? And as you guys can see, I have panned it both left over here and right over here by 30 degrees, okay? So negative 30 plus 30, okay? And that's the shaker we are using throughout the whole song. That's what you're going to be hearing, okay? Throughout, okay? That's all you hear, okay? Okay, so I wasn't too crazy with the percussions with this. It was just that simple like that, okay? Then, of course, I did the clap, okay? So let's hear how the clap came in. So let's hear it. You guys see that? So I stop on the last one. You guys see that? So I always stop on the last play to kind of let some emptiness get there. You guys see that? It's coming, right? And it does a stand, okay? And you guys get the idea. And then I also add some rows here. So hear how it sounds. So with the rows, let me teach you guys how I decided to do it. I don't know how most people like to do their rows, but I'm going to explain it to you how I did this one. So I was like, instead of me just doing something that would just be centered and it would just go, I wanted to look like it's running away from the left to the right. It's like running away from the left and then end up here, okay? So my whole idea, my genius idea with this song is I'm going to do the part on my left. Then I'm going to, of course, you could always draw swings to, lines to kind of have it do its own thing. But this time I wanted to do this in particular. So I had my part go on my left. Then I have the part come on my right. So it went like pa, like left, pa, right. Okay, so pa. Okay, you guys got it. So it was something along that lines. Okay, so that's how I did that. And so you guys can see here, same thing, left 30, right 15. And you guys will know why I didn't balance it out with 30-30, right? Because I wanted the right one to stand out. I didn't want it to be equal. I wanted it to be more present. Okay, so that's why I didn't make it the same. Okay, so hear how it sounds together. You guys see that? Okay, now if I didn't add that one and it was just the other one, the left, it will be like this. You guys see that? And if I didn't add the left and I added the right, it will be like this. You guys see that? But then I decided, let me do both like that. You guys see that? One more. Cool. So that is what I did with that. Okay. So we have the shakers and the clap plus the I guess clap rolls, as I call it, clap rolling or something, or clap swing, whatever. I don't know what they call those. I just name my stuff weird. Okay, so far that's what we have. You guys see that? You guys see that? Okay, and I have that going. And so that is mainly what I'm doing for most of the song, to hold the song. Okay, that's really what I'm doing. Then there are certain parts I decided to add some toms. So let's see what the toms do to it. Okay. So with the toms, the reason why you don't hear it is because I have it in a multi, how do we call this? A multi-output recording. So even if I solo one, you won't hear it. I'll have to solo all of it. Then you can hear all the drums, okay? Because that is a dead track. Okay, so now you'll be able to hear it. Okay, so hear it. So with me, I like a lot of stereo. So you realize that I'm swinging it all around. You can tell I have my high tom going a little bit around, 40-degree left, all right, which is -40. Then I have my floor tom going all the way to the right, because most times we end up either on our high or our floor, depending on what you're doing. And then I have my mid centered. I don't want to have all of them in the center, so it doesn't have variation. So I want the ears to be moving around. I want to entertain the ears whenever I'm mixing. Okay, so my high is going to my left, and then my floor is going all the way, not all the way, but 50-degree right. Okay, in every DAW, it may be different. It might not look the same. For example, Studio One is different. Their panning is different. Okay, so you got to kind of, with Studio One, you got to add almost another 20 to kind of have something close to what Logic has. So if you have 50 in Studio One, probably you need to be at 70 or 75 in Studio One to have something close to 50, okay, in Logic. Okay, so you got to kind of do your math. I use Studio One and Logic, so I understand all this. That's why I'm bringing it up. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you see how the rollings help it. All right, so let's hear it one more. Let's start from back there. You guys see that? Very nice rolling. One more. Okay, beginning. You see that? Beginning. Right? You see how it's panning? You guys see how I have it panning? Okay, cool. So that's what the tom is doing. And at different parts, it will do different things, okay? So over here, maybe it will do something else like... You guys see that? You guys see that? Cool. And then at different parts, it will do different things. You guys see that? All right, this one is a long one. So you see that? Let's look at the MIDI, okay? So you see how I draw the MIDI in? All right, so you got to really, work it out to make it sound the way you want it to sound, okay? Okay, so here. All right, we got it. One more. Okay, cool. And that's what I did there. Over here, it's probably something we've heard already. Whatever. We don't need to really hear it. Cool. So you guys get the point, right? So that's what I did with the roll-ins, okay? So then, of course, the kick is just a simple, I muted in the beginning, and I really start working from in the main song. So the kick comes in, and this is the pattern it does. You guys see that? Right? Boom, 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 right? Boom, boom, right? Boom, right? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's the kick. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, you guys got it? So that is what we use for the kick with this song, okay? And so the other things we just added were more like things to just help it out. For example, in the beginning, let's hear how it sounds like. Right? It's fine. You hear how it sounds? So we added some effects. So let's hear the first effects. You guys see that? Just a quick one. Very brief. Right? And that's it. I didn't use it in the whole song, just in the beginning. Okay. Then the other one comes in to complement to it. Let's see how that sounds. Right. That one is kind of like, that sound. Kind of like listening to a CD on a bad player or something like that, Got it? One more. Cool. And then we added some applause. Okay. There. We drew it in. Okay. Okay. Cool. So then let's mute that applause for now so we can focus on other things. So then we added some congas. Let's hear what the congas are doing. Let's pay attention. Okay, so the congas, we are not hearing it. Also, because let me see, was that one that I used? Let's see. Am I not hearing it because I haven't clicked on it? Let me see. Yep, I haven't clicked on it. Now we are gonna hear it. Okay, so let's hear it. Right, right. You guys see that? You guys hear the conga? So actually, let me click on all these because I probably haven't clicked on them. Okay, let me click on all these because I haven't clicked on them. You know, like I said, it's a 2-year project. I haven't really opened it in a while. Okay, cool. So let's hear what the tom. Let's take the effects out so we can focus on these other things. Right, right. The, so that's the conga, right? You guys see that? You guys see that? Okay, cool. So that's what that conga is doing, and you guys can see, that congos is doing. Hey guys, in the Tree dialect we say conga. Okay, but what we say in the English dialect congos, that's what we're talking about. So the congos, right? We have one pan left, and other things pan different ways. So we're gonna hear what they are. I can't really remember until I play it. Okay, so that's what the Congo is doing. Okay, it doesn't really need to be pan. It can sit in the middle. There won't be any problem. But my ears. Okay, everyone has different ears. It can sit in the middle, but for me, I'm very picky with certain things. Okay, cool. So then I have my percussion coming in. You guys see, you guys see what's going on. So it's complementing to the congos. Okay, so that's probably why I panned it that way. Okay, because it's not really a congo, but it kind of is. Okay, it kind of is in the same family. So let's see. You guys see that? You guys see that? You guys see that? Something like here, if I really was paying attention, I probably would have eliminated this note here. Usually I don't want notes clashing. Okay, so that's, and another one is capping here. So sometimes you might need to do, but it's not a big deal. It's a soft instrument, so it's not a big catch. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you guys get the point. Then we have the cowbell. Okay, and the cowbell is panned. Usually I want that to be centered, but I probably have my reasons why I panned it. In this instance, I would say probably centering it will be better, but probably once the whole music come together will probably be the reason why I panned it. Okay, just to have some form of separation. But in this situation, I would advise you, from what I'm hearing, at least right now, I would probably keep it centered. Okay, but maybe I wanted to be picky that year and decided to do it that way. Okay, you guys see that? Very simple, you know. Okay, it's not like we are using any crazy kits. Everything we are doing is just very simple. Okay, so that is all we have for the instrument side before we start diving into the sound instruments. Okay, so let's make sure we didn't miss anything. Yeah, we have everything covered. Okay, so let's hear the drums alone by itself. Actually, let me do it this way so you can see the full project. It looks like that. Okay, it's a very huge project, I guess. Okay, how many minutes? Let's see. All right. It's about what, 3 minutes. It's about 4 minutes and 52 seconds, or 50 and some change, 50 seconds and some change. Okay. So it's about that, 4 minutes and 50 seconds and some change. Okay. So that's how big that project was. Anyways, let's move on. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. So that is all the drum drum instruments and percussion. So let's hear them one more time before we move on. Okay, cool. So we go from there. Then what we do here is we add some type of instrument here. Let's hear what that is. So just to keep it fun, I'm going to take some of the instruments out so that way we can enjoy a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to keep the drums in, and I'm going to take, yeah. Let's see. Let me see. All right, I'm going to take the kick out and then some other stuff. Okay, this is just so it can be lighter, so you can focus on what the other stuff I'm talking about. Okay, so right now we are talking about this synth lead here. Okay, all right, and what I did with that is it's centered. Okay, so let's hear how that sounds like. One more time. You guys see that? You guys see? Very simple, right? For the introduction. One more. Okay, you guys see it? And then the pads, okay? All right. So this is more of a complete project. Actually, it's released. The song is released. So this is a complete project, okay? So that's why it sounds better than some of the other ones you listened to earlier. Okay, so yeah, let's see how the pads come in and sound like. You guys see that? You guys see that? Okay, and that's the pad. Okay, so let's hear the EP. It might be hard for you to hear, so let me take the other ones off so you can concentrate. So let's hear the EP. Okay, so now that you've heard it, let's add all those guys together. All right, so that's how the EP sounds like, okay? I'll talk about the EP shortly. First, let me talk about the marimba first, okay? So let's hear the marimba. You guys see that? The one doing cuckoo, that's playing on my right. I'll talk about it shortly. So instead of me keeping it all in the center and letting it do that, I again break it up a little bit, right? And then by giving it about 20-20, okay? Again, I can keep it at 30-30 to keep it, you know, a bit wider, but I wanted to keep it up a little bit too. So I decided 20-20, okay? So that's why, you know, what I wanted to get across. So together. So again. Okay, cool. So that's how that sound. And then the synth chords, the things that will play like a brass or, you know, something like that. Synth brass or synth trumpet, whatever you want to call it. That is going to do the next thing you're going to hear. You guys hear that? So that that one chord that is coming and going, that's what we're talking about. Okay, cool. So that is what that is doing, okay? Then we have the guitars, okay? So with the guitars, okay, there are a few things to explain about the guitars. So we did three, well, in terms of lead guitars, okay? When it comes to lead guitars, we did three of them, okay? And really, I'm the kind of person, I will keep it all. So let me put it this way. We did, let me see. We did one that was the rhythm, and we did one that was kind of like the muted. Then we did one that was more like the solos or something like that. Okay, let me just put it that way. Okay, so with the first one, this is how it sounds like. So let's hear it by itself. Okay, it's panned left. You guys see that very tight left. All right, minus 50. Left. So you guys see that? So that's what the first guitar is doing. Then the second guitar is going to do same stuff, but kind of a bit different. So let's see. So more like strumming the chords. You guys see that? So that's why I pan it, because when I pan it, it makes it wide, and that wideness is there. So you realize that I went harder on the pan with this song. I usually don't. I usually do about 30 to 40, maybe 45. Usually I do between 30, 40, 45 sometimes. Usually 30. But my magic number is always 40 for guitars, okay? But you realize that I did a harder pan here. Some people might even pan it all the way. The only reason why I don't pan all the way is my understanding is if you pan it too hard and somebody's listening to it in their stereo system and it's not powerful enough, they might not hear certain notes, okay? So that's why I stay away from hard pans. So I am a person, in my mixing, I stay away from hard pans. The only time I'll do a hard pan is if the song is so busy. If the song is so busy and it's like, if the song is so busy and it's like, let me try and get rid of some, right? Then I'll just do a hard pan just to kind of compensate, okay? Cool. So if you guys have questions, you can always ask. I know I don't have time to look at chats, but I know it's helping you. Okay, so that's kind of what is going on there. Let's play other parts. Okay, so it's doing more of the chords, right? So the first one is kind of doing more of like the rhythmic. Then the second one is doing more of the chords. It's called strumming, okay? So then the third one really just does solos, okay? So let's hear how it sounds like. I muted it in the beginning because I didn't want it. Okay, I guess we can just hear it so you hear how it sounds, okay? In the beginning, it's cool, but I just didn't want it for the mixing, so I took it out. So hear how it naturally sounded like, but this is not what is on record. You're only hearing it here today, but it's not on the finished song that's already released. So to you, you can be like, oh, why did you take it out? It sounds so cool, right? Well, guess what? When I put all these back in, then we're going to have some type of problem. When all these are playing, and sometimes I just feel like it's just too busy for my taste. Okay, so that's why I took it out. It's too busy for my taste. Oh, don't forget, we also have the effects, right? So remember, I've muted it, okay? So I just felt like it's just too busy for my taste. Okay, so let's see it. Whatever be the case, it might be cool for you, but to Stein, it's not cool for me. So I took it out, okay? I don't care how cool it sounds like right now to you. I do not want to keep my songs busy. I always want to make sure it's clean, okay? Clean mixes, okay? Cool. So far, you see what we've done. We've come across all this while to all these things, okay? Then, of course, for the bass guitar, let's see how the live bassist played it, okay? So for the bass, let me take all these off so you can kind of concentrate on maybe the marimba and maybe the EP, right? Okay, for this song, I work on this song with Abusian. So Abusian played the bass on this one. Okay, he played the EP work and the bass work. Okay, cool. So Abusian is one of my engineers in Ghana. I work with multiple engineers. Okay, so that's how the bass sounds like. Okay, so far, this is what we've done, and I think we can all say we did a decent job. Okay, so quick, between the instrumentals, this is what we did. Okay, with the song, between all the instrumentation, let's add this back up. Okay, we don't want to miss anything. Okay, cool. So we have everything soloed. Okay, so between all the drums and percussions, this is what we have. Everything you need to know about this song when it comes to drums or percussion. This is what we have so far. Okay, cool. And that is all we have for that, right? And then between the drum instruments, okay, between the sound instruments, okay, not drum, but sound instruments, okay, this is what we have. Okay, we have from the synth all the way up to the bass. Okay, so let's see how it sounds. So let's start all over. Cool, and that's all you need to know for this song when it comes to instrumentation. Okay, so just to have a picture of the instrumentation, we are just going to let everything play from the kick drum all the way up to the bass. Okay, all the way up to the bass. Okay, I know I didn't talk about the bass a lot, but you know, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so all the way up to the bass. Okay, so kick drum all the way up to the bass. Let's hear it. All right, let's go forward a little bit. Let's come here a little bit. I kind of like the groove that was here. It was pretty cool. I don't know why they have emojis on my mouse. Apple. Before I forget, the reason why I have this guitar pan to the right is this. Anytime you're doing mixing, you got to see where you are heavy on. You see, I'm panning and stuff like that. Where am I heavy on my pans? Where am I hearing most of my instruments? If I feel like I'm more heavy on the left or heavy on the right, I want to send that one instrument that I want to kind of have its own space to the opposite side of the heavy. Okay, so this is on the right, not because it needs to be on the right. For different song, it may be different, because this song is I mean, it's pretty balanced, but it's heavy left if you really pay attention, and so that's why this is to the right. Okay, so if that makes sense, so hear it one more time. So that's why they didn't center it. Okay, cool. So that is all you need to know for this song. And of course, the back end vocals, was pretty amazing. If you, let's play some of the BVs. It sounds like this, the back end.
Thank you, my Lord. Thank you.
I was very heavy on the reverb with this song when it comes to the back end, intentionally.
Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you, my Lord. Emadana wo sida akpe madana wo akpe madana wo sida inkeba habo sida inkeba habo.
So you guys see that? So that will be the back end part, okay? And in mixing, you have to do all these work, okay? To clean it up, okay? It doesn't sound the way it sounds just like that. You got to take time. So this song is, pretty much a mixed song. That's why the things I'm playing to you might sound very good to you, okay? So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's just play not the whole song, but I'm gonna skip through and then I'll be out of your way. Okay, so I hope you guys had a good time tuning in with this song. Again, this is an Afropop gospel song, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, usually I like to solo things and we go from there, but I feel like with this song I don't want to really do that, so let's just play it so we hear how it sounds like. Okay, I think you guys kind of got the idea. Well, sure, I can do a little bit of that and then just put it in. Okay, so let's go. Let's start with a few congos and shakers. Let's start with some congos. I'm just going to do it in groups, and I'm going to be adding on. So I'm going to do in, how do you call it? Yeah. Let's do the pad and let's do that. Cool. So let's go. So we're going to do it in groups. Okay. And then let's do the clap. I'm just going to be bringing things in. So just kind of enjoy the process. So you see the kind of things we added to make it sound the way it sounds. You already know it, but just to close out. You guys see that? So you saw the parts and how it played together. Okay, let's play a little bit through. I'm going to skip through and then I'll be out of your way.
When I remember what you've done for me, thank you, my Lord. When I remember what you've done for me, thank you, my Lord. When I remember what you gave me a brand new hope, thank you, my Lord. Thank you.
my Lord. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, my Lord.
All right, cool. Let's play a little bit of the end. Okay, then I'll be out of your way.
Thank you, my Lord. Thank you.
All right, this will conclude it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, I'm going to be bringing these music reviews to you guys where I go through the programming. You get to see what work was done for us to get the output we had, okay? The song is on iTunes and everywhere. You can go ahead and listen to my final mastering. This is not the mastered version. I just put a limiter on the output so it can be loud. But you can listen to the mastered version where it's at the right levels where you need to hear it for your listening ears, okay? So go ahead and support her music and support our works, okay? All right. Well, if you need studio sessions, do reach out to us, okay? The number 571-577-4471. That is +1 571-577-4471. You can reach us on WhatsApp or direct, and let's get to business and let's get some work done, okay? All right, you all stay blessed. I'm going to play the end of the song, and then I'll be out of your way. If you don't hear my voice again, I'm saying goodbye to you. See you in the next video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, L4C Multimedia. Remain blessed. Bye-bye.